we've got the dashboard cut and varnished in place to make it look antique. Couple of cutouts for my knees to go in. The switch should be arriving today, so I can wire up the kill switch on the dashboard. We've got the framework for the front bodywork that's all been painted, ready to go back on, and waiting for metal to build the frame to take the cider keg. And this cider keg is it's been quite a challenge, shall we say, trying to hold it, trying to cut it. Cutting the rims off the side has been a nightmare, and I was trying to grind it back yesterday and it's hard going. It's actually stainless, I think. So I've clamped it in here. I'm now going to attempt to cut that lip down a little bit more. So I've got a little bit to grind off because I've got too much to grind off there. It'll take me hours. Still working my way through it. The aluminium's arrived, so I've cut the bonnet to shape. I've riveted on a little bit of brass around the front there to finish off the front. I've got the rear tank painted gold to make it look like bronze. Where are we going? And here, that was the neck of the tank. So I'm intending to paint that brass, make a disc, and stick that on there as a replica of the radiator filler cap. I've got a couple of belts strapped on here. We've still got the protective film on the aluminium bonnet so it doesn't scratch. We've made this cover here for the bulkhead. Back of the bulkhead. What I've also had to do is where the that came down here to make the dashboard appear longer. When I sat in it and bounced around a bit, my knee was catching on the sharp edge under there. So for safety's sake, I've cut them back. We've got the seat covered. We've made the brackets to hold the tank. That's quite rigid now. As I've said previously, we've got a stage 1 tuning kit on, breather on the crankcase, the exhaust pipe and the air filter, and a slightly bigger carburettor. We've cut the back out to fit all that. That's where the filler neck came off, that's going as the radiator cap. That's all bolted down there, nice and solid. Everything clears the brakes and the chain. We could potentially move the seat back a bit to accommodate taller drivers, but I fit in, so I don't care. What have we done up here? We've fitted the engine kill switch on the dashboard. We've painted the handbrake gold, so it looks a bit more in period. Obviously, on, up and working. The straps, I've just finished fastening them onto the bottom, so that's the only thing holding the bonnet on, are those two straps. A bit like the original car, really. And around the front, we've sort of cut the grille roughly to size, and we've got a bit more of this brass strip here to finish off down the side. Either side, and I'll finish off around the front of the radiator as with an edging, decorative edging around there. So nothing's really changed much, but it is progressing. I'd like to get the aluminium bits primered and painted tonight, so I can do a final fit on them tomorrow. And then I've just got the the radiator to sort out basically. A few more bits to add onto it, but that's just faffing around. Three days ago, I had a piece of paper. Now, I've got a functioning Cyclekart that's had a lick of paint on. It needs a few little finishing touches, but I've got something that I can compete in, and I've got my first race booked in 15 days time. So finished with time to spare. The engine cover's all bolted down. Just need to get some numbers on the side. I'm going to make a little bit of a box to help cover up the engine there. Could do with a little box going on the side here to look more period. Could add a toolbox on the side of it. Got a couple of brass strips to put down there just to finish that bit off. That top brass strip needs screwing in, and I need to make the radiator cap. Again, brass strip down the side to finish. We've got the period exhaust pipes, which are 2 baked bean tins on the side, and yes, it did look like that on the original car. Seats covered. I want to get a bit of 10mm trim to cover that edge, finish that off, and give this a clean and another paint. And we've got my engine kill switch all functioning. We're still going to be running this race with the governor attached, so we're not going to be quick. Just want to give it a little bit of a shakedown, see what happens. Quite possibly be the only race I do this year, and then I can see where we're going for next year. So yeah, 53 days is it since I started, and we're basically ready to race now. You all excited? Can't wait. It's the 3rd of August today, and yesterday I had a little problem with the paint on the bonnet. As you can see, I had to take it all off again and redo it all. The etch primer didn't etch very well, and it was basically just peeling off. So last night I rekeyed it, resprayed it, and I've just finished reassembling it. I've taken the seat box out, and I've given that another coat of paint because it only had one coat of paint. So it's the 3rd of August today, and allegedly I'm at Stratford upon Avon at the Vintage Sports Car Club with the Cyclekart Club, competing in my first race. The kart's sort of ready to go. Got the engine cover off over there. I've got more rubber edge stripping to go around there. Just ordered that. We've got more edge stripping to go around the back of the seat box I've taken off and is in paint. And the job for the day is going to be setting up the tracking, or doing the best I can with it. It turns slightly tighter to the right than to the left, so I'm probably going to shuffle the rack across a little bit more to the, let's think about this, move it across to the right should increase the turn to the left. So literally it just needs a mil or two moving across, and that should equal up my turning circles in both directions. Then I can adjust the track rods and get a bit of string and set up the toe in, toe out. So I think we're sort of ready to go. It's not taken long at all. The engine's still running. It's got a stage 1 on it, which is the carburetor, filter, breather, spark plug and exhaust. It still fits in the van with the exhaust on, and it feels a bit underpowered. It could have a bit more power in it, but I've got springs to change, heavier duty springs to go on the rockers, and then I'm going to take the governor off it because I'm going to be away for a little while, so I won't be doing any racing in September. I'll need to remake the throttle linkage probably once the governor's come off. All that will need remaking. So I want to try and rig up a GoPro as well, so I can record some of the action or lack of it for the event and post it on here. Everything's looking reasonably tidy now. Get a little bit of paint on the underside of there where I've cut them down so it doesn't bang on my knees. But yeah, can't wait till next Saturday. Starting to get a bit real. Oh, I've got my numbers ordered as well. Numbers for the bonnet and the tank, and some templates to spray on the front grille. So I've got my race numbers on order. They've got a register in the UK, GB Cycle Club, for cycle numbers, and number 16, because this is a copy of old number 16. Number 16 is already taken. It's on a Maserati and has been for a year or so. So what I'm planning on doing is doing 16A, and that sort of keeps it in keeping. It's as good as it's going to get. So, see what happens next week. I'm going through the setting up of the steering and the tracking and taking all the measurements. It wasn't going too well, so I started again from scratch and found out that that corner of the axle had actually come forward 1 centimetre, or maybe that side had gone back 1 centimetre. but yeah, my axle wasn't in line exactly. So I've corrected that, and everything's now coming together and looking like it's going to adjust up okay. So this will probably be its final test run before the race next week. See how the tracking performs. Hopefully the race numbers will be done by Monday or Tuesday. I can stick my numbers on, make it look a bit better. Might try and get a camera mount on it. So I'd like to take the opportunity as well, if you got to the end of this video, to say thank you. Big thumbs up. And again, the demographics of my YouTube channel, it seems to be taking off. I'm getting more American viewers and Australian viewers than I used to, probably because of the Cyclekarts. And also I've got more people now subscribing to my channel and return customers to the channel. So all this is helping other people find the channel, and hopefully encouraging them to build Cyclekarts. So again, a big thank you, a big thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up, give us a like, subscribe to the channel if you've not already. We're almost ready to race.